Now, listen how Jesus echoes Moses, echoes this great liberating spiritual wisdom. Jesus replied, "Do not prevent him. There is no one who performs a mighty deed in my name who can at the same time speak ill of me. Whoever is not against us is for us." Good. What's he saying? Forget the prerogatives of the ego. Who cares about those little selfish gains? Rather, notice grace and cooperate with it when you see it. Whether it comes to you directly or to somebody else, wherever you see grace, cooperate with it. Now, it should be pretty clear, I hope, that this is not just an ancient problem. This is not just something that happened back in biblical times. This dynamic we all recognize, don't we? I mean, just keep in the area of business. How often the mission of a company, the mission of an institution is undermined by the infighting of people at the corporate headquarters. You all know that, where egotism can just get in the way of the company actually accomplishing its purposes. Does it happen in the church? Oh no, not in the church. Look, I love the church. I'm a priest. I'm a passionate churchman. I love the people who have given their lives to the church. I mean, I'm not trying to badmouth the church, but it's the human condition. We all know about that. Sometimes parish staffs, diocesan bureaucracies, communities of religious people can undermine the mission by falling into this same kind of ego-driven rivalry, this ego-driven jealousy. Again, I'm not picking on the Archdiocese of Chicago. This happens all over the place. But I've seen this happen where grace breaks out. I mean, somebody with a great charism or with a great idea or with a great new approach comes forward. And what happens at the downtown office? Did you get the memo on that? No, I didn't get the memo on that. That's my committee. He should have come to my committee to get that thing approved. I didn't sign anything. Where our own silly, ego-driven infighting leads to this blocking of the flow of grace. Come on. What matters is seeing it, whether in yourself or in others, and then getting on board and stopping this silly game of me, mine, prerogatives, perks, privileges. You know, I think of one of the great graces of my own life. When I was a newly ordained priest, so going back 23 years, I was at St. Paul of the Cross Church, and there were two great older priests there. Father Joe Canane was the pastor, and Father Bill Quinn, Monsignor Bill Quinn, was the retired pastor emeritus. And there I was, 26 years old, and full of energy and youth and ideas and all this, making the typical, rookie mistakes of young priests. But I was just eager to get in the game. And these two older priests were tremendous mentors to me, because they just allowed me to do what I wanted to do. They allowed me to express this grace that the Lord had given. And in that, they put mission first. They put the mission of the church over any particular plays of ego and so on. So friends, that I think is the spiritual message here that we can all take away. Meditate upon it now this coming week. See how it's operative in your own life. What matters is grace, God's love rushing into the world. In you sometimes, sure, in a special way. In those around you, yeah. Sometimes in the most unexpected people, places, and events. What you should do when you wake up in the morning is say, Lord, show me your grace. Show it to me. And then be on the lookout for it. And when you spot it, anywhere, in you and anywhere else, when you spot it, cooperate with it. Get on board. Become a servant of it. And stop the games of the ego, which do nothing but block the flow of grace. See, finally, our lives aren't about us. They're about God. They're about God's purposes. When we're divided against ourselves because of ego, the flow of grace stops. Wake up every morning. Put your eagle eyes on and realize that's the task of the day. To find where the grace is even unexpectedly, and then cooperate with it.